Hi, this is Pete from PR Photography Services. I'm going to do a Photoshop tutorial showing how you can use layers, blending modes and layer masks to enhance most images, but in particular a portrait. Now, one of the basic rules that I like to apply with all my pictures is that I want the lightest part of the image to be the focal point. That is, I want to bring the viewer's eye to the lightest part of the image, and in this case that's going to be this wonderful lady who I was lucky enough to shoot while I was over in Bhutan in the Himalayas. So let's make a start. First thing we're going to do is create a new layer, and I'm going to do that by using the keyboard shortcut Command and J, or if you're on a PC, Control and J. There's our new layer, and you can see nothing has changed. That's because this layer is completely blocking out the one underneath because its blending mode is normal, which doesn't do anything. So we need to change the blend mode, and in this case we're going to use multiply. And you can see that that's darkened down the entire image. It's not doing a bad job with the wood, but the lady herself is also, for me, she's gone too dark now, so we need to let some of the lightness of this wonderful lady shine through, and we do that by applying a layer mask. So click this icon down at the bottom of the layers palette, and that's our mask. Now again, nothing has changed. If you have a white mask, as we do here, it still blocks out everything underneath, and in order to let some of this bottom layer through, we have to paint black into this mask. So let's go ahead and grab our brush tool. We need to make sure that the foreground colour is black, and in this case it is. And then we need to ensure that we are working on the layer mask by clicking there. This brush is a little small, so let's go and increase the size of that. I think, let's have a look how, yeah, maybe a bit bigger. Maybe around about, yeah, I think that will work well. So, we've selected black, we've selected our mask, we've got a brush size right now. When I click on the lady, you can see that that's just let some of that in. So just a couple more clicks. There. So we're getting there. I still think that this wood and the surrounding image could be a little darker. So we're just going to go ahead and create another copy of this layer. Command and J. There you go. And you can see now this is looking much, much better. All of the surrounding wood behind her is all darkened down, and naturally your eye comes to the brightest part of the image, which is now on this lady. If I just turn off these layers, you can see what that's done. There was our first, and there was our start. First one, and where we are. So I really like that as a colour image. However, I think this particular image lends itself to being transformed into a black and white image. So let's go and create a black and white adjustment layer. Here's the icon for our adjustment layers. When I click on there, you can find black and white. Now that's done an okay job, but on our black and white adjustment layer, we can now change each of the color channels, and it's really helpful for our black and white. So the red slide, you can see most of the changes happening in her face. So again, I want her to be the brightest part. Yellow. Okay, well that's a lot of the wood area, look. So we can drop the yellow quite a bit. Green, no, not much happening there. Cyan, well, yeah, let's just reduce the colour in her jumper slightly. Blue, yeah, let's take that down as well. And magenta, yeah, you can see in her clothing. There you go. I'm just going to increase the red again. There, I really like that as a black and white image. I think that's got punch, and your eye does naturally come back on the lady. Okay, one last thing that I like to do with all of my colour images. Just going to add a little bit of warmth. So, back down here, we're going to use an adjustment layer. only this time we're going to use hue and saturation, and we're going to use this colorize function. Okay, that's the default values. We don't like that. We need to change the hue. I'm going to choose this light red orange color there, and saturation decides how much of that color you apply. Well, we want it to be very, very subtle, so I think probably around about 10 is working really nice for me. I just turn it off. There's our pure black and white, and it's just a very, very subtle warmth that we've added into that image. Okay, my final addition to this image to enhance it, I like to apply a border to my images just to finish them off. And I'm going to open up a border that I've already saved. So Command and O is the open shortcut. And this is my border here. And if you look on the YouTube video that you're watching, I'll provide an address to my website where you can download this border for yourself. Okay, so let's select it all. Control and A is the shortcut, Command and A on a Mac. That's selected it. You can see by these marching ants going all around. Command C, Control C is copy, so that's now been copied to my clipboard. So I can now close this file. Command W or Control and W. Now because that's been copied to my clipboard, I can use the keyboard shortcut for paste, which is Command and V, and that will bring this border onto my image. There it is. Okay, now you can see that that's too small. So with the new layer selected, we're going to use Command and T, which is the transform shortcut. And now I can just drag this border to the size that I want it. I'm just going to lift that up ever so slightly. There we are. When you finish doing that, just click on this tick or press enter on the keyboard, and that applies the transformation. Okay, let's have a look at this full screen. There we are. I'm quite liking that. We've darkened down the background. We've just let enough light through on this lady so that your eye naturally gets drawn to her. We've created black and white. We've added a little bit of warmth, and then to finish it off, this border. I'm quite liking that. Okay, I hope you found that useful. For more videos, check out our YouTube channel and also website, www.prphotographyservices.com. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.